So let's start with the introduction, everyone. So, hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us today on Friday evening. And I am Surbi, founder of LegalWiki, and I warmly welcome you to today's masterclass on how to draft and negotiate a contract using AI. For today's session, we are delighted to welcome Mr. Rahul. He has already joined the session. So he's a practicing lawyer from Kerala and a founder of Dharmabot AI, India's first comprehensive AI-powered legal technology ecosystem. So Rahul has built Dharmabot from concept to launch in under 12 months, creating a multilingual platform that supports 38 plus Indian languages and makes legal assistance accessible to over 1.4 billion Indians. So we are truly privileged to have him with us today. So, but before we begin, let's quickly get to know each other. So, everyone who has joined our session today, whether you're a law student or you're a professional graduate, I'll request everyone to share about you, like you're a law student or a professional, and if you have used AI for drafting and negotiating contracts, we would like to know that, and also mention which are the tools which you have used for drafting and what are the challenges you are facing while drafting contracts or negotiating. We would like to know, and then accordingly we will try to address your problems in this particular session. So everyone, please mention whether you're a law student, from where you are joining, and what are the tools you are using for drafting contract, and what are the challenges you are facing. Okay, Ritesh Verma, he's an advocate from Patna. Okay, that's great. What about others? So, Ritesh, have you used AI and for drafting whether the petition or contracts? And if yes, then what are the tools you are using? Okay, you don't use it. Okay, so are you looking forward to use it? Do you want to learn? Yes, that's great. Okay, Shweta, he's from GLA University, first year law student. Is someone speaking? I'm unable to hear. Tanu, please check your connection once. Anivasha, she's also a first year law student. Okay, ChatGPT for drafting contracts. LLM student. Okay, that's great. So, guys, what are the tools? So, mostly I can see that people are using ChatGPT. So, Rahul, please note all these things and please read, chats also, so that it will
Yeah,
be easy
yeah.
for you.
I'm actually reading the chat right now. It's pretty interesting. Most of them are using so many tools, so it's
Yes.
pretty
So
interesting. Yeah.
correct, correct. So okay, so you are using ChatGPT, but while using ChatGPT, are you facing any sort of a issue, problem, या फिर you don't know how to prompt the correct, give the correct prompt to the ChatGPT for drafting the contracts? Okay, Claude, yeah, Claude is good, and or ChatGPT. Okay, what about others, guys? Quickly, then accordingly we'll move forward. So there are more than 45 participants. I want to know from others also. Like, so that's this is how you will be learning something out of this workshop, masterclass. Otherwise, it will be of no use. We have to interact with each other. Okay, so Claude, ChatGPT for drafting. I find Claude really helpful for drafting. That's great, Avish. Problem is giving the correct prompt. Shweta, that's the problem with everyone, I guess. Rahul, is this the correct thing? Like everyone is facing problem with giving the correct prompt.
Yeah, that's the main issue we are facing right now because with proper prompt engineering and editing, we can actually get a good result out of general tools as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So and also everyone, if you want to switch on your camera, you're most welcome, because again, it will be more interactive session with everyone. Okay, so that's great, everyone. Thanks for, answering the questions. It was a diverse mix of students, graduate professionals who have joined us from across the country. So now let's quickly move on and let me introduce LegalWiki to all of you guys. So we have a speaker, Rahul. We have already introduced him. Now let's talk about LegalWiki. So we are a platform dedicated to simplifying legal news, career guidance, and skill building for law students and professionals. So our mission has been to understand the challenges faced by the legal community and make their journey easier through practical job-ready programs designed in collaboration with leading law firms and experts. And for this, basically, we partnered with India's top firms and legal tech leaders like Cyril Amarchand Mangalda, Shardul Amarchand, Khetan, JSA, Denton's Link Legal, Mike Legal, and others as well. Okay, so now quickly move on to the masterclass, today's masterclass. So, what is the purpose of this today's masterclass and what are the things you will be learning? So, many of us use ChatGPT and other tools casually, which you guys have already mentioned right now. So, but few know how to truly leverage them for effective legal drafting and negotiation. So, by the end of this session today, you will be learning how to use AI to draft, review, and negotiate contract effectively and efficiently, how to apply prompting techniques and get accurate result, avoid hallucinations and errors. I hope you guys understand what is hallucination and what ChatGPT is doing. Okay. Now, further, the risk. What is the risk? Analyze the risk clauses and negotiate smarter. And then we'll also explore bit career opportunities if you know how to use AI in a better manner. And yes, there's a special bonus for everyone who stays till the end, and it will be followed by interactive question and answer round with Mr. Rahul. So without further ado, Rahul, thank you so much for joining, taking out the time and joining us today. We are truly honored to have you here. So now over to you.
Thank you, Surbhi. Thank you for your kind words. So, from the chat itself, I can see that most of them are using so many AI tools such as ChatGPT, Cloud for agreements, documents, and something like that. It's actually very interesting. But most of you are using is what we call general AI. Okay. So let me show it to the screen right now. When it comes to general A is something that is used for general purpose. Maybe if you are using a knife for cutting a cake or something, okay. But this knife's purpose is mostly for maybe cutting vegetables or something like that. So it might technically cut, but it is incredibly risky. So what we do is that it's actually legal AI is a totally different thing. It should be used with a legal AI tools as such. Because unless it will show like provide you with maybe some like risky clauses or something like that, where we won't be knowing until or unless we are facing with that issue. Okay. So also beyond the hype, if you look at news or LinkedIn, the narrative is extremely polarized right now. It's either A is going to take your job tomorrow, or A is a magic wand that does the everything perfectly. But neither of them is true. You have to understand the evolution right now. A in 2026 is vastly different from the A that went viral in 2023. So back then it was just a highly advanced text predictor, but currently it is more like a reasoning engine. It's like a thinking brain, but it doesn't have much of a common sense right now. Why does this evolution matter for law? Because the fundamental business model of law is currently changing. We are moving away from time-based billing, where you are perversely, rewarded for being slow and inefficient, to a value-based building, where you are rewarded for being right, strategic, and being fast. Clients are paying for protection a contract offers, not the hours you spend formatting it. Currently, our AI allows you to provide the value in 50 minutes that used to take like 15 hours of a junior associate's time. So I will show you with the presentation right now so that you guys get more understanding. Okay, so let's start. For the non-techie lawyers here, I want to completely stop thinking about AI as a code or algorithm. Think of it as a brilliant, eager, and a first year associate who has the photographic memory of every law book, contract template, and bare act ever written. However, this associate has zero common sense, zero understanding of human relationship, and zero commercial context. If you tell this associate to go draft an NDA, actually they will run off and bring you something they would found in a textbook. It might be a US style NDA governed by the laws of maybe US laws or maybe an outdated template from 2010. But if you tell them to draft an exactly in a prompt where you can tell it, draft an NDA for a Delhi based startup that is hiring a remote developer in Bangalore and focus heavily on IP assignment and data protection under the latest Indian IT Act and DP guidelines, they will give you the something brilliant. Your job today is no longer the drafter, you are no longer laying the bricks right now. Your job is a strategic editor and the architect. You are the one with the common sense. You are the one who understands what the client actually wants to achieve, and the AI provide you the bricks for that. You provide the blueprint for that. So the next thing I want to tell you about is the art of the prompt. In law, every prompt is a set of instructions. Most lawyers fail with AI because they are too brief and lack context. If you are vague with your human associate, like they will also give you terrible work if they don't get the proper context of what you want from them. The exact same rule applies to AI as well. So, one thing I have found out is that it's called a class framework. So first thing is that we have to provide the AI with the context of the draft you need to prepare. For example, uh, don't just say a contract, tell the story. Like I am representing a commercial landlord in a tier one city who is leasing out a space to a high risk restaurant business. So the AI needs the industry and the stakes of what you are going to provide. Okay. And the next is for the L. L is defined as a law or the jurisdiction. General A actually fails here, like maybe ChatGPT or something. It completely fails unless you explicitly specify the legal framework. Maybe you're saying it as under the Indian law or considering the shift from IPC to BNS, or maybe saying that incorporate the latest Supreme Court guidelines on Section
So,
11 of
Rahul,
Arbitration Act. Yeah.
are you showing this like the art of the prompt or something else? Because
I'm actually showing the CLOPS framework right
that's
now.
not visible.
Okay, let me try again. I will open the, sorry guys, I will open the draft again. No, the presentation again for you. Hi Surbi, can you like show the presentation I have sent in this? I can share it right now.
It will take time for me to share and
Okay, let me try it again. There are some issues while presenting that presentation. Let me
no, it
try it
was
again.
visible. It's just that you were not on that slide.
Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay, I hope it's visible right now.
Uh, no, it's not visible. Can someone else? Not yet. Yes.
Right now,
Mhm.
there's nothing that is visible on the screen.
Okay, how about now?
Just a second. Yes, it's visible now.
It's
Now I
visible.
have
Okay,
also
so
downloaded your PPT, so I can also share. But it would be great if you can continue.
yeah, sure,
Yes.
sure. I will continue with the framework I was explaining you guys about. So basically, this is the class framework. Okay. I hope everyone can see the screen. So I will start with the class framework. So C stands for the context, where you will give the A more context on what like what kind of documents you need. And the L stands for the law or jurisdiction. Maybe if you are creating a document for maybe for a US client, maybe for a UAE client, that's the L stands for the law or the jurisdiction. And A stands for the assumption. Like we are telling the A that like maybe the assume that the counterparty is a massive like massive multinational corporation with immense bargaining power, and this changes how the A drafts the payment terms as well. And S stands for, the style. You know how maybe you need a more professional style. You can say that you need a more professional style for the draft you require. And the P is for the perspective. This is the absolute most important element. You have to tell the AI whose side it is on. Like draft this clause to be a heavy pro employer, or make this as a neutral balance clause because my clients want to close this deal by tomorrow and we don't have time to handle. So I will just show you guys how it works. I will share the screen right now. Mm, okay. So this is our. Can you see the screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is our document drafting tool. So let's check out how it drafts a document like with the class framework I just told you about. Okay, as you can see that I have pasted a prompt here, like drafted termination clause for an employee agreement. Okay, that is the context of that draft. Okay, and the next one is the employer is a senior software engineer at a Bangalore tech firm. The clause must be governed by Indian labor law and the Karnataka Shops and Establishment Act. That is the law and the jurisdiction we are going to provide the AI. And the next one is assume that the assume that the employee has access to highly sensitive trade secret. So that is an assumption we make that there are some trade secrets belonging with the employee we are giving. And we are providing with the style as well. Use clear modern business language. That is the style part. And the next perspective part we give is that make the clause strictly pro-employer, like from the side of employer, protecting the employer side. And it makes sure that to ensure it immediate termination rights for IP theft without the notice period. The perspective part is that maybe we are creating a document for the employer or the employee. So we have to make sure the AI understands that context as well. So here we will try and generate a document for the given draft. So now you can ask me that turn into a like the class prompt we have given it into a more advanced prompt rather than giving them like just saying the A to draft a draft just simply saying to draft an NDA for a NDA or maybe a drafted termination clause or an employee agreement. If we provide them with enough context and the class format we have given, it will provide you with more advanced document than giving the normal prompts. So it's just taking some time for generating the document, as if this will be a long document. Let's wait for that. Okay, again, we are currently using our own AI tool called Justice.pro. I will show you with the other tools as well, so that you will get more understanding on that. So as you can see that the employment agreement has been created with the placeholder for the company name, the employee name, and the definitions for that clauses. As you can see that it has generated an a 5-star document draft for you. Okay. Rather than providing the normal NDA वगैरह prompt for that, if we provide a clear the prompt for generating a document draft, this is the result you will get. As you can see, it is a pretty lengthy document. It have already included so many clauses we didn't mention as well. So it's actually a pretty big document for you guys. It will also provide you with the schedule A's as well for as you always know that we need the schedule A part for document drafts and agreements. So this is how the document drafting works. In Justice, I will show you the same thing with the Gemini document. Okay. If we use like a general purpose AI like Gemini for drafting a document, it will also provide you with the similar draft for you, but the issue is that they are not made for this purpose. Okay, so I have pasted the same document here, but it will only provide you with the clauses for the termination agreement. It doesn't give you the entire like the employment agreement you require. I have tested. We can test it with the other, Claude as well. As someone also using the. Okay, as Kanchan mentioned, even though it was the prompt given was the, about the termination clause, it gives you the proper context. Our template drafts actually generates document based on what you are giving. Okay, so when I mentioned about the termination clause, it actually provided you with the entire draft rather than like just giving you some draft, like only the clauses for the draft. We can test it the similar one with the Claude AI as well. So let's see how it generates a document. So now let's review the Google Gemini's draft. It was as I said before, it only provides you with the clauses for the like clauses for adding onto the previously generated draft, which we don't have. So our like Justice or like maybe other legal AI tools also provide you with the even if you use any other legal AI tools, it also uses the provides you with the entire legal agreement rather than providing with the clauses. So that is the main difference between using a legal AI tool and a general purpose AI tool. So here we can see that it has generated the document. It has 23 pages and everything. So when it comes to like generating a document, even though some of the we cannot like go through and document like read on the 23 pages or something like that. So for that purpose only we have introduced the analyze document feature where the generated document can be analyzed in the platform itself so that you might get for example a document have like some risks as well. Okay, so rather than stopping where we just providing like just generating a document draft, we don't stop there. Like once A gives us a beautiful draft, we don't just say thank you and email it to the client. We actually need to challenge it. We have to pressure test it because we are the ones who are providing the draft. They don't care if it is A generated or anything, but it has to be dealt with a mitigation of every risk it has. So As you can see that when I have provided the drafts here, it actually provided what are the risks that has in the document it generated. It actually identified the risk, and it also provided with the like mitigation access to solve that risk as well. As you can see that it provided with multiple risks in that document. So this happens on end every legal AI tools as well, legal AI tools or general purpose AI tools as well, because that document they generated is based on the context which is given. So sometimes some most of the AIs will miss out the maybe some risk or maybe some jurisdiction clauses the state might have. So, in order to prevent that, we can use the document analysis tool to identify risk and how to mitigate them as well. So, it will show you the how to mitigate the action of each of the risk identified by it, and it also provide you with the what are the clauses that are missing in the document. So no other tool or no other general purpose tool provide you with the same features any other legal AI tool gives, because legal AI tools are made for this purpose only. So this is what we call the risk identification. So it doesn't mean that AI is perfect or that draft was terrible. It means that it is acting as a second pair of eyes, giving you a checklist of vulnerabilities to evaluate with your own human brain. So you can decide if those risks are like acceptable or not. So the next thing I want to carry on and say about is that the hallucination. Okay. Uh, I'll just present you the screen again. Do anyone have any doubt regarding what we did, like the maybe the document drafting or the document analysis we just did? Hi Surbi, can you show the presentation again? I cannot able to like present
Yes,
the
yes, sure.
PPT. Yeah.
Do you want me to present?
No, no, you just present the PPT. I will explain it how things like that. The seventh one is would be fine. Seventh slide.
Just a second.
Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, it's visible right now. Can you go on to the seventh slide? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's what we said. Like from the like what we did right now, you can you know that what are the difference between the general AI and the legal AI, like Dharmabot or other tools currently available in the market. So the other thing I want to say about is that the privacy issues as well. Okay, when it comes to data privacy, you know, the general AI tools like ChatGPT and Gemini are storing their data on, maybe in the US servers or something like that. That might be an issue when it comes to the client confidentiality between you and the client. Okay, under the DPDP Act, there are certain provisions where we have to like store the client's data, like everything in the yeah, Indian servers. So that is something you have also look forward to in the future, because data privacy is one thing you have to be really worry about. So Surabhi, can you move on with the next slide? Okay, then the hallucination trap. So now we need to talk about the dark side, like the elephant in the room, the hallucinations. You have to understand AI is a probabilistic engine. It does not look things up on a factual database like a Google search. Like it does not know the law. It predicts most of the statistically likely next word. Like it cannot, if it cannot find a case law to support the argument you asked it to make, its prime directive is to just please you, so that it will just generate you some with a maybe some like Sharma versus State of Maharashtra or something like that. That doesn't exist as well. There are so many cases and so many occurrences have been occurring recent in the past few weeks as well, where like in a hallucinated precedents and judgments are being presented at the court by lawyers without even verifying if it is real or not. So we cannot actually blame the AI in this case, because AI's AI's features or AI's capability is to provide you with the answer, not to verify it actually. So we are the ones who should be able to verify and make sure that make sure that the generated case citations, generated clauses are not, hallucinated. So that's how dangerous this is. Like if we provide them with an inaccurate case, the some court have been fining the lawyers as well for providing the inaccurate citations. So this is exactly why you never ever copy paste without verification. Actually, lawyers in the US have already been sanctioned and fined for submitting fake AI cases to the judges. So it will be happening here too soon. And the Shobhi, can you show the next slide? Yeah. So that's when comes to the verification protocol. Every one of you have to make if you are using a general AI or maybe a legal AI tool. Verify the statute. Never trust the AI citation as it is. Like open the actual maybe updated Bear Act and read the exact verdict, so that you would make sure that it is the accurate statute the AI has generated. And also verifying the case. If it gives you a case name, take that name and search it into and maybe Indian Kanun or maybe a legal research tools as well. If it doesn't pop up immediately, assume that it might be fake. Like you have to rerun that citation and search for it one or two times to make sure that it is actually accurate. So your professional responsibility as an advocate is absolute and non-negotiable. The Bar Council of India doesn't care if the AI told you to do it, or because your name is on the Wakalnama or the the document you are giving. You are the ultimate gatekeeper for this. Okay, so the about the privacy thing, I want to tell you about another thing as well. You know, before we move to next part, we have to talk about the privacy. This is actually very critical. If you are using maybe general purpose AI for generating a document draft, never put sensitive clients' name, maybe financial figures, Aadhaar numbers, or specific trade secrets into a public AI. It's like the free version of ChatGPT's Perplexity, Gemini, everything have certain terms and policies in their own policies and terms where they have the right to keep your data in their servers. So whenever you type in this, it can be used to train future models. Like you are risking breaching the client confidentiality and the DPDP Act, as I mentioned before. So always use placeholder names. Okay, like maybe company A and company B, or much more ideally use specialized legal tools which are actually has hosted on the Indian servers. These are that are ring fence where your data is actually encrypted and immediately deleted after these sessions. So coming to the next point, Subi, can you go to the next slide? Okay. So coming to the next slide, it is named as the AI assisted negotiations. So most of the people think AI is just like an glorified typewriter, but for us lawyers, drafting is actually only the half of the battle. the real money and the real value is actually made in negotiations. Like maybe imagine that if you are on a heated Zoom call with an opposing counsel, the opposite counsel is saying that we cannot agree to the 24-month non-complete clause. It is too restrictive and we won't sign it. Usually, you would have to take a break and spend an hour researching on the alternatives and draft them and send a mail the next day. You lose the momentum. Instead, while you are on the call, you can ask our AI itself to provide a counterparty that aggressively rejected our 24-month non-compete, provide three alternative step down version we can offer, make the some monthly limit, maybe some geographically restricted. You have to make sure that you provide the AI with the context as well, so that within 10 seconds or maybe within 1 minute, you have the entire negotiation strategy mapped out. So so now you can turn your client confidently and say that sir, they rejected the board clause, but we have three fallback options. I recommended option C, and it severely reduces the litigation risk, vagera, vagera. You can say that as well. So in that way, their client also will understand that you are actually a genius in that domain, because when we provide them with other options as well, you are not just typing or drafting it anymore. You are actually strategizing and leading the deal and making it close faster for the client, so that the client will always come to you for the next work as well. So I will show you how to negotiate a contract like a draft as well. Mm, okay. Uh, okay, this is can you see the screen right now?
It's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, we can see.
Okay. This is our drafting AI assistant where you can use it for, finding out any risky clauses or things like that. I will just let you show how it works. Uh, find and I will just tell the drafting AI assistant to find the risk in this document, risk and how to negotiate the employee contract. I just need employee contract, employee agreement, and I will just attach the document we recently created before. Maybe the NDA. I will show you how to negotiate an NDA. Okay, rather than it will be easy for you guys to understand. Negotiate the NDA. Okay. So as you can see that the AI is actually finding out the risk and what are the things we have to look at in the document. Okay, so it says that there are the risk it causes this non-compete and the non-solicitation clause in clause 4.4. I will just show you the mm, yeah. It actually shows you with the high risk areas, the subject definition of the confidential information, the liability for representatives, and with the clauses name as well. So the negotiation strategy is also being given by it. So as you can see that the current provision in the NDA gives like 2 years post term. It actually tell us to delete that no delete that completely, because an NDA is for protecting info, not preventing market competition. It actually gives you with the rationale for the changing the contract clauses as well. It actually shows you what are the what are the clauses that need to be changed in the current provision and what are the recommended changes we have to make. As you can see that there is 5 years from disclosure. It tells us you reduce it to 2 or 3 years. Like in technology sectors, the commercial value of the most information like diminishes rapidly. It shows you with the rationale as well. rather than just providing you with just showing you with the risk related to that clause. It will show you why that risk happens, why it need to be changes as well. Okay, so that is how the AI in like negotiation also works. You can actually test our tools as well for other documents as well, so that you will get more understanding and a practical knowledge on how to draft the tools. This similar thing can be used in maybe cloud as well. Maybe if you it has generated a previously asked document we have given. It's actually let me see. Okay, it showed you the same. I will show you the same agreement I have, no disclosure agreement I have generated with the cloud currently. So I will show you what are the risky clauses that has in this document. Okay. Mm. We can just upload the files here and find out what all are the risks that has been generated by the document. So if you are using other general purpose AI tool, make sure that you verify it through document analysis tools or maybe some other tool, legal AI tools. So do not just provide the client with the exact document generated by the AI. So that's the one thing I have to tell to everyone here, because your work is something that makes other person want to refer you. Okay. In advocacy, most of our works and everything comes from referrals. If you like make some mistake in that work you giving to a client, it will actually really affects your career as well, because they will say to other people that it was really bad. The work was not as good as it expected or something like that. It will actually reduce our clientele as well. So make sure that every agreement, every draft you create is properly verified and everything is up to the date of law. And so I had the document analysis has been completed. As you can see that it also shows you what are the risks has been in the document we provided it. It shows you what are the mitigations you should take and what are the missing clauses there is. So make sure to do this in every documents, because as a lawyer, the AI helps you in like really assist you like a junior lawyer for you. Okay. What does a junior lawyer do? They actually helps you in researching and drafting documents. But we have that ability, we have that ability and we have that order to know that the document drafted or document like the legal research they done is correct or not. So the same thing we have to apply to AI as well. AI will make the junior lawyers work more easier, so that we can just only need to review that if it is right or wrong. We don't have to go through and create like 23 pages in a day by taking like 15 or 10 hours. That work has actually been excluded right now. We can use AI for generating multiple drafts, multiple variation of drafts, and find out if it is accurate or not. So always use the human element in the AI, so that we are we as lawyers can make sure that no one gets outdated by this AI sector have been booming right now. So if anyone has any maybe questions or something like that, please make sure to ask.
So, I have a question. You mentioned about hallucinations, right? But
Yeah.
That was mostly like focusing on what kind of case laws and everything. So when it comes to clauses also, do you foresee any hallucination clauses over there also, like for instance, say you write a clause for jurisdiction, right, or governing law clause, wherein I mean, I have seen this personally. When I put it on, say, a chat GPT or a cloud gives a better response when it comes to, say,
Hmm.
drafting a governing law clause, wherein you say state of New York, so they exactly give you state of Manhattan, New York County. So that way, so like I was just trying to understand, like, what kind of hallucinations can happen when it comes to clauses.
Actually, the hallucinations are mostly, I heard about it that hallucination are mostly came from a general purpose AIs. As you mentioned, like that, ChatGPT or Gemini have that issue where they provide you with inaccurate or hallucinated clauses as a don't get the proper context. But in my PO like perspective, if you provide them with proper context and you shall say that these are the jurisdiction you have to follow and these are the laws you have to follow, these are the context of the clients and where the client locates, it will give you the give you less like we can actually rely on that document as well, you know, rather than providing them with an inaccurate or hallucinated answer. If we provide them with the proper prompting and maybe using the better tools, it will give you the proper answer as well. The cloud is actually doing really good in that sector where cloud understand documents really well. Okay, so if they have the proper context, you can use it for generating documents as well. Cloud is actually really good, doing good in that sector as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like I just, I mean, I thought probably you will, do like an overview on how to do the legal plugin and how to do use that, because not everyone is having the license, right, for using cloud, right? So for legal
yeah.
teams which do not have, say, a license and they are low on budget, like what is the option? Like you can just go on cloud and add a free plugin, correct? Like I just wanted to.
Uh, okay, that's the one thing I want to say. If you cloud plugin is something like really related to, you know, you can use it for maybe if you're paying like $20 a month, you can use a cloud plugin and use it to generate documents and maybe find out any risk or something like that. But the cloud has made that tool in a way it actually same purpose is happening with the legal AI tools as well. Okay, legal AI tools provide you with the same more comprehensive answer rather than when it compared to cloud giving you the answer. I have showed you the document draft like generated by the cloud and what are the risks it actually produced right now.
Mm,
So try to use as many of tools and try to know that which is better for you and which is more affordable for you. We are actually providing justice, you know, for free right now. You can actually check it out. We are not actually charging anything for that. We are actually like based on the feedbacks we are actually iterating the product as well, so you can just check out our product if you need something more affordable now.
okay. Yeah, because
Yeah,
see, not every legal team will have the budgets right now,
yeah.
right? So that is also one of the major challenges to freely use something. So that's
Yeah,
the concern.
exactly,
Yeah.
Sneha. That's the main issue. The more many of the AI tools are actually targeting tier one firms or maybe lawyers with big pockets because
Yeah.
most of the lawyers who are tier two and tier three don't have the ability to get on to maybe purchase some tools to compete with them. So that's it.
Mhm.
Actually, something I have been seeing also. That's why we are actually providing them with that free right now for our
Mm,
tools as well. Because
okay.
every lawyer has to use AI because AI is something that will be coming to everyone. Okay, if
Hmm.
we are not adapting and using it into our use cases, we will be actually left behind for those who are using it right now.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Sneha. Is there any other questions? Okay, I saw that Shivani just said that how does this not affect jobs? I stated that there's a senior associate as well. Okay, Shivani, you have to think it in like this way. Okay, a first year junior lawyer, someone comes up who knows the how jurisdiction works, how the clauses works, it would make him like 100x when it compared to a 3-year junior lawyer who has that experience. Okay, if the first like a junior associate with 1 year of experience using the AI, she will be more skillful and more capable when she is implementing AI in her work. So I don't think it would affect the work. It would affect the work in a way that it will make the problems way lesser, and everyone will be using the AI tool, so that the work itself will become a different kind of industry. Because as junior lawyers, we have the most of the senior lawyers will make us to draft documents, research, and everything. If the junior lawyer has the ability and the tools to use how to draft a document or something like that, it will be easier for them. So you have to think it in that way. Like AI doesn't replace you. AI will assist you if you know to use it really well. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
please.
have one more add-on question to that when you say I will not replace. So my question is that, see, I mean, as of now it is not very fine tuned, but
Yeah.
the more we are using AI, the more we are fine tuning the tool, right? So doesn't that kind of make it more and more like, way of, replacing the lawyers?
Actually, Sneha, you don't have to worry about AI replacing lawyer, because AI cannot replace lawyer, because as I said before, we have to do the verification. We have to verify it 1 or 2 times to make sure that the client gets the really good document. Okay, so we as a lawyer, we are actually protected right now, because without us, AI cannot make sure that the provided document is actually good. So as you said, like after fine tuning and things like that, even though the human in the loop would never be extinct in that sense, because human in the loop has to be there. Because if someone for example, I have been doing some work for startups as well. The issue is that they generate the legal documents through ChatGPT or some other AI tools. They don't understand what the clauses are. Okay, there's actually a certain gap in that as well, for where the like AI generated drafts need to be reviewed. So in that sense, AI makes jobs as well in that sense, because a lawyer only can review that document generated by the draft.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah. Going by that thing, actually, it happened like yesterday only. I was just using an AI for one of my legal documents, and
Mhm.
I kind of was citing Transfer of Property Act also. I gave very clear prompts on Transfer of Property Act, but I was not able to find the section, which section is related to that. So
Okay.
I asked them to make a draft for that thing, and they like without hesitantly like 2 3 times when it drafted for me, it used the same section again and again. Then again
Okay.
I went and verified it, and then I again prompt that you have given me wrong section and it is really bad and wrong, and I am having a like a good version of that AI tool. And then it apologized again that yes, I was very wrong in citing this section, and
Mhm.
also I have like gradually I am using the AI, but I'm losing faith in AI tools and all.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling that my gut is that I have to do everything on my own. They could give me
Yeah.
or guide me in something, but even
Mhm.
using good AI tools have been so difficult for me because again I have to do a task on my own.
Yeah, that actually makes sense, because that's the issue. That's the issue, Mamta. Like most of the AI tools are like AI general purpose AI tools are not that defined in legal process, especially for India. They might do well in US contracts, US document drafting, everything else. But for India, it has to be more understandable about what are the acts we have, what are the
Yes.
sections we have. Yeah, that's the main issue.
We have
So
studied it properly, so that's why I kind of gauge it that okay, something is wrong with it, and this section can never be an initial section. Section 7 cannot be a section which is relating to this topic. Then I went
Yeah.
and again saw it, and otherwise it was making some 2 3 drafts in on different variation using the same section again and again. So that was a really like an eye opener to me, that okay, I have to be very cautious before citing, because
Yeah.
I've following Supreme Court judgments also, and they have been quite cautious about that. Whatever we are doing
Yes,
is
yes,
wrong.
yes, yes.
Yes. So
So,
it was an eye
Mamta,
opener.
one suggestion I have to make
Yes.
is that use, like proper AI legal tools for your purpose. If you're like, generating a document or something, make sure to use some tools which are really good at what they are doing, rather than using
Yes.
a general purpose tool. Maybe you are using, Gemini for drafting or something. I think Gemini and ChatGPT don't have the much ability when it comes to India's legal jurisdiction. So try to use tools which are better. Maybe I think Cloud is actually doing good right now if we provide the really good prompts. So try to use
I
Cloud.
would like say this was the answer given by Claude only. So
Okay.
that was very bad, because I have stopped using
Uh-huh.
Gemini and Chat GPT and all, and that was given by Claude, and that was very shocking to me. I was like, okay, now I
Okay.
have to refine my search and all engines. So your your today's class is giving me so much of enlightenment, and I'll be glad if you share more ideas and all on using such tools and all.
Yeah, sure. You can actually use our justice.pro. We will
Okay.
share it after the class. You can use it for drafting. If anything, if you saw any issues or maybe if you have any feedback, please do tell me. I will uh, fix that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you, Mamta. Is there any other question? Uh, okay, Sagar asked me a question. Which AI will we will use to generate prompt? Okay, Sagar. Hmm, okay, we can do one thing. Okay, use this framework. If you want to like generate a good document, go to Gemini or something and say that provide a prompt for generating this document for this jurisdiction and things like that. It will provide you with the prompt you would need to make. Okay, and using that prompt, use that prompt to maybe a good AI legal tool or maybe some other good AI tool you prefer, and use that prompt in that tool so that it will get you more context and more jurisdiction. Try to use the class framework I just provided you before. So integrate that into your document generation journey. So next question is, sir, in this market masterclass, drafting and using to practically use AI. There is some AI is not working behind something and correct legal terms. Uh, use step by step. You'll also know how to practically use AI tools. Yeah, Ria, I have actually show how we should use AI tools step by step, like how to prepare a real contract as I show you. I show you how we should then generate that 23-page document. And the other question is that, yeah, some aid is not working in the legal drafting, as I said to Mamta before, because the thing is that they are not actually trained to generate legal drafts. Okay, there are tools for that purpose only. For example, you have a certain key for a car, right? You cannot open a different car using that same key. So, so that's how it is in the AI tools also. So many AI tools are there for their own definite purposes. When we use general purpose AI, even though it has that knowledge, even though it has that capability, it was not made for that purpose. It might be good in maybe generating a poem, maybe some music, maybe some story, but not for accurate legal drafting. So you have to use tools which are capable of like provide like proper legal draft, or maybe the AI legal tools which are for that purpose only. Okay. Uh, so any other questions? Yeah, thank you.
So we can also take the questions at the end of the sessions. Meanwhile, I'll request everyone to put their questions in the chat box, and I can take over the session, have some discussion with them, and then accordingly, meanwhile, they'll put all the questions in the chat box. What do you suggest, Rahul?
Okay. Yeah, sure, let's do that.
So everyone, you can also try the prompt given by the Rahul, and then accordingly, you can ask the questions whatever the issues you're facing right now. So Rahul will be with us for like more than like 10-15 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
accordingly, you can ask the question. Meanwhile, let's understand from you guys. So first of all, though, Rahul, I would like to thank you for this absolutely powerful and insightful session. And actually, it was very interactive and amazing session where we learned so much that how to give the prompt to draft the contract. Now, as we hope that it gave participants the solid understanding of how to draft and negotiate a contract with the help of AI, keeping in mind the risk involved and the hallucinations with the Chat GPT and the other AI tools too. So now, before we wrap up, we want to know, like, did you find today's session helpful?
Yes.
That's great. And did you gain clarity on how to actually use AI in your legal work? What about others?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
in
Yes.
case you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
doubts, you can also put that in a chat box so that it will be like easy for Rahul to take the doubts. So everyone, you can put that in a chat box instead of uh, unmuting yourself. It would be great to put that in a chat box. That's great. So now, would you like to go deeper into this as well? So, what do you suggest, guys? Would you like to go deeper into understand that how the actually drafting works? How does the it works in the litigation? How to maintain the ethics? What are the different tools which you can use for different type of works to automate? That's great. So that's amazing, everyone. And you all know that as the legal industry is evolving and learning how to automate tasks and improve drafting and enhance research using AI will give you the major advantage. And top tier firms like Khatan and Company, Try Legal, Cam, Sam are already integrating AI into their contract review, due diligence, compliance, and research. And recently, the partner from the Shirala Machan Mangaldas mentioned also in one of their podcasts that lawyers are able to do all the tasks in in a seconds which they used to put in hours. So
Mm-hmm.
again, this is a major advantage. The partner of such a big law firm, they are telling it. So now, if you don't understand how to use these tools effectively, it's not just a missed skill, it's a missed opportunity, right? That can directly impact your career growth, hiring prospectus, and relevance in the next 12 months. And also, you will lose the confidence, which I personally feel, because nowadays everyone feels like, okay, if you don't know the AI, you are missing out something. To build a confidence and to build a trust, you need to have a basic understanding of how the AI tools works actually, and what is going in the market. Now, to help you stay ahead of this shift, we will like to invite you to join an exclusive, 2 days workshop where Rahul will also be the part of it. And we are organizing this 2 days workshop on 7th and 8th March, which is like AI for legal professionals from basic to application. And this will be a third batch. You can see there will be the speakers of this session. So after the incredible response from the last two batches, where principal associates and even partners from AZB and in-house counsel from Wipro joined us, we have introduced batch 3 of our workshop. So in this workshop, you will be learning from AI founders and the partners from like partner from Cyril Amachand Mangaldas, founder, co-founder Jurisphere, Shreyas Tomar, then Swasti Grover will also be there. He was also the part of the AI Impact Summit, and Rahul will also be the part of it. Then we'll have Mr. Ranjan, he's a founder of Dream Legal, Mr. Brahm, he's a founder of Lex Proms, and then we'll also have Mr. Abhivardhan. So now they will be the part of this workshop. In this, you will be learning, a lot of things like how to, prompt, how to use it for litigation purpose, ethics and risk, how to do the research. So a lot of things will be there. We will be coming to that. So this workshop can be attended by law students, professionals, and in-house counsels, freelancers as well. Now you will be having different sort of a benefits also with this workshop is that you will be getting the recording of all the sessions for 2 years. We will also be providing you the free access to Jurisphere AI tool, which is specifically for contract drafting and litigation purpose. And then you will have a certificate, you will be given with the primer, you will be given with a studying material, and there will be a live exercise as well. So, what are the topics we will be discussing? I'll just give you a brief. I'll take just 2 minutes. So, first of all, we will give you the introduction to AI, how AI is automating legal tasks and eliminating redundant work. Then, most importantly, how AI is used in litigation and dispute resolution. Then, we'll also have a live exercise on day one of the workshop. And then in day 2 you will be taught about the how to draft different types of contracts in a minute, review clauses and flag risk, how AI is using corporate and compliance work, how you can automate your task, daily task like emails ho gaya ya fir job and internship opportunity ho gaya, how you can automate all this task, clients work ho gaya, how you can automate that. Then what about the ethics and risk of AI in law, and what laws which is governing the AI, who is liable for AI errors. And then finally, we will be ending this workshop with a career guidance session, which will include how law firms are using AI, how to build a career roadmap with AI skills, earning avenues, and how you can automate internships and job applications. So now this will be the things we will be discussing in our workshop. Let me also share the details with you guys on chat. So if you want to register for the same, you can do so because it's just that 1 week we are left with. So let me share the detail with you guys so that you guys can check, and those who are interested can complete the registration today as well, because we will be closing the registration soon. Okay, so now you can see that these are the things we will be learning. So this is how we conducted our live and interactive session. You can see like partners of AZB, she also joined, and this is how we conduct where it's a live interactive session. Everyone can switch on the camera and the audio, and there's a few testimonials also you can see from our last workshop, where she talked about that the materials which was provided was truly commendable. All speakers explained the whole thing very well. And then we have a legal professionals who mentioned that sessions were very informative, and she mentioned that I learned how to use AI properly in my work and how to automate repetitive tasks. It was very helpful. So she was a law student, so we actually taught her how to automate internships and job opportunities. Now we have a legal professional. He mentioned that absolutely relevant sessions with very thoroughly planned lectures. And also for novice who actually don't know anything about AI, obviously we'll start from very basic so that you will be learning from basic to advanced. So that's the whole purpose. So, and if I'll come to the final registration fee, so we have kept it very minimal fee so that you all can learn AI for your work and no one is left behind. So after discount for law students, we have only kept 749, and for professionals, it's 949. So you can reserve your seat, and this is also inclusive of 18% GST. And in case you have any question, and if you want to give any feedback, and also for those who have stayed till end, we'll have, as we promised that there will be a bonus also. So I'm sharing a Google form, so you can fill out this Google form if you have any question for us, and if you want to give any feedback, and for bonus. So you can fill out this Google form. We will be sending you the recordings of this session. Most likely, if Rahul would like to share the PPT, we'll share that as well, and we'll also share you one prompt, PDF. So that is the things we will be sharing with you. So as you all know that the next 6 to 12 months will separate AI aware lawyers from AI driven lawyers, and the gap will actually decide who will get hired, promoted or replaced. So this will be actually an amazing opportunity for you guys to learn all about AI, and this is just a starting. So once you'll have the basic understanding of AI, once you move on, and when you start using it, it will be really helpful for you. So we have already shared the registration link in Google form with you guys, so you can fill out the form, and if you want to register you can do that as well. And we have just a small announcement to make, that we are also organizing a startup pitching competition. So any of you guys are working on any legal startup, so you can also participate in a startup pitching competition. So we will have a judges from Denton's Link Legal, Mike Legal, Legal Desire, Legist Quest, and a Nitin Poddar who is having more than 36 years of experience with the top tier law firm JSA, and Amarchand Mangaldas. So they will be the partner, they will be the judges in this, and you will be getting cash prizes. The winners around 30,000 up to 30,000 for winners, runner-ups, internship opportunities, investment opportunities. Because last time one of the team got the investment opportunity from two of our judges, and then certificate course from Ment Blue. So basically, these are the benefits also you will be getting. So if any one of you want to participate in this pitching competition, feel free to reach out to us. Accordingly, we'll share the details with you. Now, Rahul, I request you to continue with the doubts of all the participants. I don't want to take their time.
Yeah, sure, sure. Let's do that.
Yes.
So I saw that hmm, Shweta has asked me like how we learn basis from AI as I'm in first year and has recommended to learn drafting. So please help me out in this. Okay, so I want to say that for how to learn the properly AI, you have to understand you know if you need to have a clear plan. Okay, first you need to understand the basic formats of like how an draft is being generated, what are the clauses are. Maybe that for example a legal draft means it should have a clear, accurate and enforceable legal document. Maybe it is a petition, maybe it is a notice, maybe it is a pleadings. So good draft should have to follow that part. So you have to identify and study what are the clauses that comes in a certain document and try to use AI in your workflow and identify that clauses and that sections have been implemented by the AI. Only that way you can understand that if that generated document is accurate or not. So, for example, for you being a first year student, start with like generating legal notices. Okay, that's maybe some basic like check bounces, friend dispute, maybe recovery for money, and very basic agreements as well. Maybe a simple loan agreement between A and B, or maybe a small service agreement. So, try to understand what these agreements are, what are their purposes and create that agreement. Okay, so that you will have an idea on what you are creating. And also try to learn the format before using AI. So as I mentioned before, you have to understand like, for example, if your teacher is providing with a project on creating a draft or something, you have to understand how their document draft or document template is, what are the sections that might be title, parties, and the facts, and the legal grounds, and the priors you are making. So that's how it should be done, and also use draft AI as a drafting coach, not just as a drafter for as a student. Like first your own make your own draft, even it is bad or incomplete. Just make your own draft, and then ask the AI like, please point out maybe some ambiguities, maybe some risk or some grammatical mistake in the draft, and without changing the legal content. And also you can write out that suggest a better structure or better sequence for these facts while keeping the format same or things like that. So you can provide a like a bad or like an average document and make it way better than it before using AI tools. And also try to use many other tools as well, maybe ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, Perplexity, and Justice, maybe Jurisphere. So many other tools are there. So try to pick out a tool for you to use so that you can make the learning way much better. And other note is that you should like create a plan for yourself, like a 30-day plan for what are you trying to learn, what are the documents are you trying to learn, so that you will get a more understanding after the 30th day. So that's how you should do. Like that's how I will do if I was a first year student. So for the next question, for there's someone is asking about drafting dissertation. Uh, Actually, dissertation can be used to like AI tools can also make to generate tools dissertations as well. For example, you can prompt Justice, our drafting assistant, to generate dissertation and thesis, or maybe use our deep research tool for creating a proper dissertation and thesis. It will actually provide you with a more accurate and more less hallucinated answers rather than other tools. And for legal research and drafting, you can use for research. There are some general purpose AI tools that can be used, such as the um, mm, yeah, Perplexity is one thing you can use for that because it will give you somewhat accurate legal research. But if you have that money to pay, you can actually use some good paid AI tools as well. You can also use Indian Canon for finding proper legal citation. One thing you can do is that you can use our Justice Pro for legal research and verify that citations on Indian Canon. We can do it in that way. Our deep research also provides you with these legal research and help you find the citations as well. So it will be more accurate compared to other tools. And other thing I want to add into that is that for the legal drafting, try to use our AI tools, try to use different AI tools as well, so that you will get an understanding what, like for example, you are paying certain amount of money for AI tools, right? So you have to make sure that you are not paying overpaying for that tool. Like most of the general purpose AI tools are the free legal AI tools like us have the same capabilities of what they are giving in $100 monthly plan. But you have to identify that that makes sense for you. If the $100 plan per month makes sense for you, you can surely use that. They will be providing you with a much maybe good, way better tools than other general purpose tools. And for the let me see any next questions here. Hmm, tools using drafting association. Okay, I think there are no more questions. If please, if there is any more question, please feel free to ask in the chat box or just turn on your mic and ask me directly. This this masterclass is to benefit you guys in a lot of ways. So please try to use it well.
Oh, Rahul,
Rahul,
if they don't have any, okay. Someone
yeah,
wants to
so
speak?
Rahul, which AI tool you suggested for dissertation or long drafts and drafts like?
You can use Perplexity for maybe the dissertation, and also you can use our Justice tool for that. I will just show like there is a document. There's a deep research feature in us in our tool where you can use it for generate more accurate and more lengthy dissertation as well. You can also use our legal document drafting tool as well. I will send the application website in the chat in the WhatsApp group so that you all can avail and use our chatbot.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, Rahul, I don't think we have any further questions from the
Yeah.
participants. So,
Mhm.
let's wind up then.
Yeah, sure, guys. Sure. Let's wind up. It was a great session. I really liked it. Like all the questions also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really gave useful insights how to draft contracts
Mm,
and negotiate, and I really like your platform also, that how we can
mm,
do that.
mm,
So much. Thank you so much, Rahul, for taking out time to conduct such an informative and practical session today. And I'm sure
mm.
participants also who have joined us today really like this session. So, and also big thank you to all of you for being an engaging audience. Thank you so much for joining, and hope to see you all at the workshop. And we'll meet you again, Rahul, at our
Yeah,
workshop
sure,
on
sure,
7th
sure,
and 8th
sure,
March.
Surabhi.
Yes. So
Okay,
have a
guys.
wonderful
See
evening,
you.
everyone. Yes.
Okay, okay, Surabhi. See you on that day.
Yes. Thank you, Rahul.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.